crazy fragile space where doubt and devotion quietly embrace, where fear almost whispers, turn back, don't begin. But love answers softly, let courage step in. Between every heartbeat, I find you there, not in perfect moments, but in honest prayer, in the rise and falling of what we are. Between every heartbeat, you're never far. We are not made of steel. We are built from broken places, learning how to heal. Every flaw a teacher, every scar a sign that the most resilient beauty is the one refined. Between every heartbeat, I find you between every heart. Between every heartbeat, we choose to stay through every shadow, through every day, not by chance or timing, not by fleeting spark, but by the steady light inside the dark. Between every heartbeat, between every heartbeat, between every heartbeat. We measured love in miles once, in late night calls and screams, and echoes of a laughter that lived between the beams. The silence of the highway, the hum of passing trains, carried all our questions across the window panes. But distance is a teacher, not a thief for what is true. It shows the heart its gravity and where it's pulled to. After the distance, after space, love stands taller. Time can't erase shadows intertwined. It is the quiet certainty of choosing heart and mind. Not once in easy moments, but daily without applause. Through unanswered questions and unexplainable pause. We are not defined by closeness, but by what we're willing to defend. A promise that keeps breathing, even when it bends. After the distance, after the ache, love is the courage we choose to make. Not built on nearness, but built to last. After the distance, stronger than the past. After the distance, we understand. Love is not timing, but taking a stand. And if tomorrow calls us apart, after the distance, you still have my heart. After the distance. Between every heartbeat, there is a fragile space where doubt and devotion quietly embrace. Where fear almost whispers, turn back, don't begin. But love answers softly, let courage step in. Between every heartbeat, I find you there. Not in perfect moments, but in honest prayer. In the rise and falling of what we are. Between every heartbeat, you're never far. We are not made of marble, we are not made of steel. We are built from broken places, learning how to heal. Every flaw a teacher, every scar a sign. But the most resilient beauty is the one refined. Between every heartbeat, I find you Love is not a thunder, it is a constant flame. Not a fleeting wonder, not a passing name. It is choosing daily through the ache and art. It is standing steady between every heart. Between every heartbeat, our feet, watching distant constellations where the sky and water meet. The future is a question written softly in the blue, but every step toward tomorrow I wanna take with you. Let the wind be restless, let the waves be wild. Love was never meant to remain a child. Hold on to the horizon, even when it moves, even when the pathway shifts beneath our shoes. We don't need to see it to believe it's there. Hold on to the horizon, and I'll meet you there. We have felt uncertainty like thunder in the chest. We have feared the open sea more than harbor rest. But comfort is a shoreline that slowly disappears. Growth is born in braver steps beyond familiar fears. If the stars seem distant, if the night feels long, remember what we're building is deeper than a song. Hold on to the horizon. Not every dream is certain, not every road is straight, but love is not a gambler, it is a choice we make. Not once in a perfect moment, but daily through the climb, through the silent questions, through the test of time. So when the waves grow louder and doubt begins to rise, look into my steady heart and not the restless skies. Hold on to the horizon, even when unseen. Not every distant promise needs to intervene. For love is not the distance, nor the passing air. It is the hand still reaching, saying I am there. Hold on to the horizon, let the future come. We are not defined by fear, but by what we overcome. And when the dawn is breaking across the open blue, hold on to the horizon, I'll still be holding you. Hold on, hold If the world fell silent tomorrow, no traffic, no whispered goodbye, no echo of distant sorrow, just an unbroken sky. Would your heartbeat still find me across the quiet air? Would love still speak gently, even if no one were there? If the world fell silent, I would still hear you in the rhythm of my breathing, in everything I The electric guitar echoes from a melody, gradual lift into emotional sustained notes. If the world fell silent, we would not be afraid, for love is always spoken in the vows we made. No workers say required, no rising tide, just your hand in mine. Gradually softens, soft vocal refrain, even in silence. Hear you. Beneath my window, filled with pages torn in two. Every word I meant to tell you, but never followed through. Ink that carried all my questions, all my silent pleas, folded like unfinished confessions, drifting in the breeze. What if pride became the sea? What if love required persistence more than dignity? I would gather every fragment, every trembling line, lay them down without condition, and finally make them mine. Guitar, echoing melody, gradual build, sustained notes, emotional bends. These are the letters we never send, but maybe love is heaven bent to give us one more chance to try, one more truth we can't deny. If courage now is what we choose, then there is nothing left to lose. We'll rewrite what regret once meant from the letters we never sent. 'Cause we never sent. There's a corner of the daylight where your laughter still remains, like a whisper in the skyline, soft as summer rain. Every road I used to wander led me back to you, like the compass of my longing, always pointing true. Somewhere only our hearts know, past the noise, past the glow, where the world cannot intrude on the truth we always knew. Every doubt we've overthrown, every seed of love we've sown, there's a place we've always grown. Somewhere only our hearts know. When the evening turns uncertain and the future feels unclear, you're the steady, quiet curtain holding back my fear. Not in grand and blazing gestures, but in steady hands. Love is built in silent measures, more than spoken plans. Somewhere only our hearts know. If tomorrow shakes the skyline, if the seasons rearrange, I will trace your hand in mine through the shifting change. We were never built for easy, we were made for true. And every broken piece in me found its home in you. If tomorrow shakes the skyline, if the seasons rearrange, I will trace your hand in mine through the shifting change. We were never built for easy, we were made for true. And every broken piece in me found its home in you. Somewhere only our hearts know, where the restless rivers slow, where the silent promises turn to something we can hold. Through the years that come and go, through the highs and through the low, there's a place we'll always go. Somewhere only our hearts know. Only our hearts Every shadow feels electric light, a promise coming soon. You say nothing but you're breathing you feel. There's a tenderness you're feeling, something very real. Before the morning breaks, before the light can see, let the silence say the words you're too afraid to speak. Every heartbeat wakes, every doubt retreats before the morning breaks. Stay here with me. Desire to be safely reborn, but tonight there's no disguising what our eyes confess. Love is not about surviving, it's about yes. Before the morning breaks, if the sun should test our courage, if the daylight feels too wide, remember how this fragile moment pulled us side by side. We are not afraid of falling, we are not alone. Every risk is worth the calling when love feels like side by side. We are not afraid of falling, we are not alone. Every risk is worth the calling when love feels like home. Before the morning breaks, before the sky turns gold, let this trembling truth between us be brave enough to hold. Every heartbeat wakes, every fear unfolds before the morning breaks. Let this love be told. Before the morning breaks. Inside the silence, every fragile breath taught us strength is born in patience. Even after death, when the light comes back.